one time, stray dog.
You've got the instinct. Now, get the training.
Our third and final Sky Bet Super Weekend is here, with not one, not two, but 3 days of free bets and huge boosts, so you can enjoy more of what you love this summer. It's a hat-trick of value, with offers dropping at 9 AM and 3 PM Friday to Sunday, including this great offer on Saturday. Sky Bet, for the fans.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy. The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? Over the show. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN.
All right, here we go. This is it. Wembley Way. One more sleep until 90,000 people are packed in there at Wembley Stadium for the big one. Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois for everything in the heavyweight division. Look at all the gold. Someone's going to walk away with it. By the way, so many special guests with us on the weekend, but a very, very special guest with me today. Can't wait to see him. He might have had a few of these belts as well. Stay tuned. Weigh-in start right now.
Two champions collide in a battle ignited by undisputed ambition.
This is history. On the 19th of July, we're going to see history.
Oleksandr Usyk, still unbeaten. He wears the crown after the Gypsy King was dethroned in the Ring of Fire.
The undisputed heavyweight champion.
Now, a new threat to Usyk's reign. Dynamite Daniel Dubois, with a burning desire to follow in the footsteps of greatness. Back on home soil, Wembley Stadium, where he claimed his finest victory. The new champion now seeks revenge. There's history, controversy, and unfinished business.
Oh, he's not low. I've been cheated out of the top.
The stage is set. Who will prevail and emerge king of the heavyweight division?
Wow, that was good, wasn't it? The crowd are here as well in Box Park because we make it official. By the way, only champs with me on stage, only do champions, and it don't get bigger than this man, does it? Former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis, looking fantastic as well, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
I've got so many questions for you, Lennox. I know time is against us. Daniel Dubois.
Yes.
What do you make of Daniel Dubois' run and where Daniel Dubois is right now?
I think he's gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. I think he's grown as a fighter. He's not going to be the same fighter that he was 18 months ago. And I think he's, he believes in himself a lot more than 18 months ago. And he's looking to, to crush Usyk. He's looking to win this fight. He wants it so bad. He was about this close the last time, so this time he just has to cross the bridge.
Everyone does these mythical matchups, and your name now is always linked to Oleksandr Usyk. How would Lennox have done with Oleksandr Usyk? When you see him stylistically, southpaw, in and out, how would you have handled him, Lennox?
Let me tell you, he's a great fighter. He's got tremendous talent, great IQ in the ring. I think he would have been a great matchup, me and him. I would have loved to fight a guy like that.
But you would have beaten him, right?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Just checking.
Of course.
Just checking with the answer. I was like, is old Lennox still around? He certainly is.
You don't lose that fight, do you? Going back to the Dubois' opportunity here, what does he have to do different? What didn't he do in that first fight?
What he has to do different, he has to start first and finish last. Basically go after him, command the ring. He's the true heavyweight. Make sure he throws more punches than his opponent. His opponent's going to be running around the ring, jumping around. He's got to cut off the roots and push him to the ropes with his jab and then take advantage of him. Simple as that.
You know when they talk about Dubois' mental strength, and that's something that's been brought up for ages now, since that Joe Joyce defeat. When you look at him from afar, are you seeing someone that is so much more mentally stronger because of maybe the last 3 victories?
Yeah, no, he's grown as a boxer, he's grown as an athlete, and he's grown as a champion. Now he knows he can reach, he can be the champion of the world, he can be an undisputed champion. The guy that's there, he knocked down. So all he has to do is step it up.
You've had all those belts. What's it like? Honestly, I mean, these guys have won belts before, but what's it like when you have every single belt dropped around you? How's that feel?
Feels good. It feels like it belongs.
It's going to be incredible, isn't it, though?
Yes.
I mean, when you do look at Daniel Dubois, it has grown a lot, hasn't he, in the last 18 months? You see it when he's screaming in front of Usyk's face. He would never have done that a couple of years ago.
Undoubtedly, he's a much better fighter than he was when they first fought, and you can see that his confidence is on a different level. I think Igis, that's his name, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I got it right.
Trust yourself, Carl. Trust yourself.
He said yesterday that you can't kind of train your mentality, but I think you can, and it's clear that Daniel is a different person mentally.
Yeah.
And for that reason, he has a chance, but in my opinion, he's still an underdog in this fight, and I think that Usyk's a bit of a genius. I think he works them all out. I think he just figures a way and he finds a way to win. And people keep talking about Daniel's run of form. They're not talking about Usyk's. Fury, Daniel, AJ. It's not bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it is solid. All right, let's remind you of what we've got coming your way this Saturday. It is a fantastic fight card. So many intriguing battles as well. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. I've seen it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's not coming.
Great shot at the stadium, though.
It is a nice shot of the stadium. We've seen it before, but it's a nice shot of the stadium. Okay, we're going to have to come back to that. We are going to come back to the fight card because it isn't there, but we'll show you that in a minute. But as we have got Lennox here, let's continue the conversation with Lennox. Daniel fought here last time against AJ in September. Would it be beneficial for him because of what he done last time to go out here again in Wembley Stadium? He knows what it's
absolutely.
like to take that
I mean, this is his stadium. This is his home base. For me, I love to box away from home.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
You know, I like going into a next man's territory where all his fans are screaming, and then I'm getting booed going in. Then when I beat him, I'm getting praise coming out. I feel good about that.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? And look, Daniel's going to take some hope from that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I want to ask you, Lennox, as well. Where would you rank this as far as a British heavyweight title fight is concerned? This is the first British heavyweight to win all 4 belts. Where would you rank it?
I was ranked it very, very high, very high. You know, it's got to be like, it's got to be big. It's big. It's every British fight like this, especially undisputed, is always big.
All right, I'll ask you a question here.
Okay.
A little bit controversial, but would you rank this, if Daniel Dubois was to pull this off, would you have to put him above Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua?
Yes, of course, yeah. This is a big fight, especially for British boxing and for Daniel. And he's been sacrificing training for a long time. He's spent a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time in training camp. So I know what he's going through, what he's feeling. Just the satisfaction of being a winner and completing his goals.
All right, great to have Lennox with us. All right, Thomas Triban, everyone is on stage with us at Pack Station. Let's throw it down to Thomas to get these weigh-ins underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for undisputed Usyk versus Dubois 2. A great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow from Wembley Stadium in London, England. It is being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry with Ready to Fight, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, The Ring Magazine, GGBet, Snoo, and Global Next Trade. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. And now, London, England, the time has arrived. Let's get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super lightweight contest. First, from Liverpool, England. His professional record, 7 wins, just 1 defeat, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome James Two Dogs Francis. And now let's welcome from Cabrelli in the country of Georgia. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2024 Olympic bronze medalist, and now as a professional is undefeated with 1 victory. Let's welcome Lasha Guruli. And first to the scale, we welcome James Francis. 137 pounds, 12 ounces for James Two Dogs Francis. Now to the scale, Lasha Guruli. 139 pounds, 15 ounces for Lasha Guruli.
A weight advantage there from Lasha Guruli. Maybe a boxing advantage. Obviously, as a pro, James Francis has fought more 8 times, but again, we spoke about this yesterday. Everyone very excited about what Lasha could do.
Yeah, he's a very good fighter, really is. Not your conventional kind of top-class amateur style. Obviously, he was in the Olympics, Paris Games bronze medalist. He's slippery, he's awkward, but I'm telling you now, Francis is here to fight. He understands his opportunity, Ade.
I love a stare down like that. I love it, like, when you think you're coming to my country, ain't gonna do me that easy.
Francis is in great shape here as well, isn't he? Looks incredible shape.
He does.
And he was late though. I mean, 137 to 140 fight. Why are you coming in at that weight? Why not just come in at 140?
Is that a misstep? Are they just
I don't know.
wrong?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I have no idea, to be honest. But I'd be looking to come in a bit closer to 140.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Mar del Plata, Argentina. He is a veteran of 27 professional bouts. Let's welcome Ezequiel Gregores. And now we welcome, fighting out of Dubai, United Arab Emirates, by way of Sheffield, England. Undefeated with 5 wins, 3 of his 5 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the undefeated Prince Adam Hamed. Let's welcome first to the scale, Ezequiel Gregores. 145 pounds, 10 ounces for Ezequiel Gregores. Now to the scale, Adam Hamed. 144 pounds, 13 ounces for Prince Adam Hamed.
You heard the record there of Ezequiel Gregores, and look, it's defeats, but what he does have, regardless of the defeats, he's got experience. He knows how to survive as well. He doesn't get stopped often. Adam Hamed, this will be only 6th fight for him.
Yeah, it's only a 6th fight. It's a fight that he should win, and I think he will win. But the opponent isn't a bad fighter. He's one of these kind of journeyman that can actually fight a bit.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing, but Adam Hamed, there's so much pressure on this kid just because of the name and who the dad is. He's a different character and a different type of fighter than the dad, but he can fight in his own right. He's a good kid as well, and knows what he's doing. Oh, a little bit of stuff there, yeah.
I don't mind that. I like it. I feel like they're trying to find the weight with Adam Hamed. He's coming in basically a welterweight. And I wonder if the plan is to get him down to 140.
He looks he could lose a bit. Yeah, he could lose a bit. He could do 140 is probably the weight.
Yeah.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round heavyweight contest. First, let's welcome from Birmingham, England. His professional record, 9 wins, just 1 defeat, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former English heavyweight champion, Solomon, the Real Deal Dakers. And now let's welcome, coming to us from Kyiv, Ukraine, undefeated with 22 wins, 19 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Vladislav Surenko. First to the scale, Solomon Dakers. £235, 9 ounces for Solomon, the Real Deal Dakers. Now to the scale, the undefeated Vladislav Surenko. £256, 3 ounces for the undefeated Ukrainian Vladislav Surenko.
This one, Darren, could go any which way. Solomon Dakers coming in on relatively short notice, but that's the best physically I've ever seen him look. He looks really good at 235 there.
He really does. He looks solid, and he's full of confidence, even though he's coming off a shattering defeat. This is the kind of opportunities you want. Some people want to rebuild and go a little slowly, but this is a real fight that can catapult him back into the big mix. Surenko, look, 19 knockouts from 22 wins. This man can punch with both hands. He's very exciting. Do not blink in this one.
Yeah, this is the first time we're seeing Surenko over on these shores, and he wants to impress. He's desperate to get in the mix. And I guess if he stops Dakers, he's in the mix.
Good to watch as well, mate. If he stops Dakers, yeah, he's certainly in the mix. But Dakers, it's a must-win for him. Has to win this fight. And depending on what happens tomorrow night, the Adelaide defeat, maybe they may call it the best thing that's ever happened to him. Give him the kick up the backside that he needed.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the IBF Intercontinental, the WBA Continental, and the vacant WBO International Light Heavyweight Championships. Let's first welcome to the scale the challenger from Southampton, Hampshire, England. Undefeated with 11 wins, 3 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current British and Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Champion. Let's welcome Lewis the Saint Edmondson. And now let's welcome the defending champion from Kyiv, Ukraine. Undefeated with 11 wins, 4 of his 11 wins come by way of knockout. Tomorrow, he will be the reigning and defending IBF Intercontinental and WBA Continental Light Heavyweight Champion. Let's welcome Daniel Lepin. Let's welcome first to the scale, Lewis Edmondson. 174 pounds, 13 ounces for Lewis the Saint Edmondson. Now to the scale, Daniel Lappin. The same 174 pounds, 13 ounces for the undefeated defending champion, Daniel Lappin.
This is a great fight. Both of them make the light heavyweight limit. Both look incredible as well. Lappin very much part of that Oleksandr Usyk camp, Carl. And this is a pick and fight, this is.
It's a real 50-50. We use that term a hell of a lot in this game when a lot of the times there aren't 50-50 fights, but this is a 50-50. Both guys can win this fight. I think certainly it's the toughest test of either fighter's career, but what I will say is the best win of any of the two is Edmondson against Dan Aziz. Best win, but he's up against it here against a good fighter. It's going to be a tough night.
I'll tell you what, I think we see a bit of everything in this fight. I think we're going to see some real classy boxing. We're going to see fireworks. If you look at their last performances, they really try and hold the centre of the ring and let big shots go. So this is a really good fight with so much on the line.
Yeah, Lappin's got a bit of a crowd here as well. So look, should be a good, remember that one in the light heavyweight division, which is really hot right now. I'll tell you what else is hot right now, all the content on DAZN. It isn't just boxing, it isn't just Club World Cup football, it's so much more.
Around here, we're rather fond of tradition. It's not like we're stuck in our ways. It's just that some things should never be changed.
Watch Live Golf live on DAZN.
I'm ready to go. Just ready to take care of business.
Ben Rodriguez is an absolute menace.
He's still such a young man. He's already a multi-weight world champion.
Nice uppercut and the left hand. Nice shot there from Ben Rodriguez.
This kid has it all.
They're gonna see something special.
Yeah, loads of boxing coming your way. Hobahinisian takes on Thomas. That should be a good one. Remember, that is coming up this Friday, this Saturday. You know what's coming up. Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois for everything in the heavyweight division. You can buy that now at DAZN.com. Make sure you don't miss that. And then just wait a few hours. Get a coffee in you, because we have a really good fight in the super flyweight division. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, pound for pounder. He has a unification fight against Pumilele Cafu from South Africa. Great one. And then a bit of Thursday boxing, old school. Flores versus Chavez. Great card put on by Golden Boy. Look at that. So much coming up on DAZN. Make sure you check out the schedule for loads more content as well. Big Lennox. Lennox is the busiest and clearly the most famous man here, because everyone's asking for photos and autographs. This must feel good getting the love.
Oh,
you always get the love anyway.
I love to get love. It's great. It's great.
What did you make of Solomon Dakers and Vladislav Serenko, two young heavyweights coming through that just weighed in? They're obviously trying to get to that next stage. What's it like when you are kind of English level trying to jump to British, European, world level?
You just want to be out there. You want to have fights. I mean, you want the public to see you. You want that right now. You're eager.
Do you rush to work to impress? Maybe too much because you want to get the knockouts and you want to look impressive?
Well, I would say the adrenaline level is very high, and you're out there. Obviously, you don't want to get hit. You don't want to get embarrassed. You want to look good. And sometimes, you know, the script doesn't really go towards the way how you're looking at it. So you got to make the script. You got to make it work towards the way you want it to go. Like, for instance, Daniel, for this fight, he's got to impose himself on Oleksandr Usyk. He's got to impose himself on the ring. He's got to say, this is my house. This is Wembley. This is my house, you know, and not allow Oleksandr Usyk to come into his house.
Yeah, indeed. All right, let's welcome someone into our house.
Yes.
The great Frank Warren is here.
What's happening? Yes.
How are you, Frank? Good. In the middle. Frank, incredible turnout, isn't it? I mean, we knew it was going to be, but when you see it, I've said that as well, Frank. Everyone's asking for his autograph below me, but when you look at the numbers here, just on top of us, down below, on a Friday afternoon when everyone should be at work, it's not a bad turnout, is it?
Listen, this is a big fight. It's captured everybody's imagination, and it's going to be a great fight. It will be a great fight with Nyon sold out now. It's going to be marvellous tomorrow night. You're going to see two guys in there who share the ring together. They know each other intimately, and it's going to be who or can Daniel change what he did last time. And I believe he can.
Let's go back to last time, nearly 2 years ago. Obviously, a completely different Daniel Dubois back then. Went into that fight with, obviously, hope, but really and truly, I think everyone thought Oleksandr Usyk was almost unbeatable at the time. How would you grade Daniel's performance on that night?
How would I grade it?
Yeah.
I thought all what the plan was came about, the body shot. And then after that big break with the referee and calling nearly 4 minutes out, he just lost it. He lost the fight. You know, he didn't stay focused, and I just think for whatever reason it was, he just lost basically like an interest in the fight. And but having said that, for me, it's a coming-of-age fight for him, because we had a good sit-down afterwards, and we said to him, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best, and you can't be complaining or worrying about referees or judges. One referee, one judge in either hand. You go out there in the other guy's backyard, and you've got to do what you've got to do. And the proof's been in the pudding since 3 magnificent stoppages against world-ranked fighters, and done it in great style.
Yeah, the only question I wanted, what does he need to do in this fight that's different than he did before? And do you think he's grown since that and learned?
I hope he's grown. I believe he's got more confident. What does he need to do? He needs to control the fight. He needs to push him on the back foot. He's not so good going backwards.
That's what I've been saying.
No, which is, we know our business. He's not so good going backwards. He's got to use that jab. But what Usyk will do, as soon as that first bell goes, he will come out and try and put it on him. He did it with Tyson. He did it with Joshua. He doesn't back off. He wants to come forward, so he's got to meet him in the centre of the ring and control it. Use the jab, relax, keep moving his head, and the rest will just follow.
He's had some really good wins. He's very good at this, isn't he?
That's why I always break it down too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's had some really good wins since that Usyk fight, but the best one obviously has to be AJ right here, Wembley Stadium, where he walks in as a big underdog. People are booing him in, they cheer him out. This was an incredible performance from Daniel.
Oh yeah, it was his night. But he won the fight in the very first round. The first meaningful jab he threw, he nearly snapped his head off, and he knocked him down at the end of that round. So look, he's got power. We know he's got power. But what I believe he's got. He also can box a bit when he needs to. He's a ferocious finisher. If he gets you in trouble, you're in trouble.
One thing he did do in that fight is that, and you mentioned it there, Frankie, he established his jab. In the first fight against Oleksandr Usyk, he barely landed a jab. Is that key in this fight, that he lands that jab? Because it's almost like a right hand. It's so heavy, his jab.
Well, it is. It's round rod. You know, he don't fill you with a jab. He snaps your head off with a jab. And the fight he had against Hrgovic, he doubled that jab. When he doubled his jab. He lost the first 3 rounds. Hrgovic was catching him with some really big shots. But when he settled down and he started doubling his jab and letting his right hand go, he started becoming the boss of the fight.
Very quickly, we are going to throw up to Lawrence Okoli, a guy that's now with you as well, wants to have a mix in the heavyweight division. If he were to win against Kevin Lerena, he can't be too far off as well, can he?
He's number 1 in the governing body. He's one of the governing bodies. If he keeps winning, he's in a great position. You know, tomorrow night, the whole heavyweight division's future is going to be, we're going to know what it is. We're going to have one champion, and then there's going to be mandatories or vacating belts, whatever it may be. But all these guys who are either number 1 interim champions, whatever they are, they're all going to get their opportunity. We're going to keep this heavyweight scene going. They're going to fight regularly. They're going to earn their money and deliver the exciting fights. The heavyweight division's never been so much on fire for years now as it is.
I love it as well, by the way. I see Agate Cabiel there, Dave Allen's there, Joseph Parker's in the building. Everyone's waiting for their show. Lennox, get the gloves back on, Lennox. Get the gloves back on. It can happen. All right, let's continue with the weigh-ins. Let's throw it back downstairs to Thomas Schreiber.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in our co-main event. It is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it will be for the WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship. let's first welcome the challenger coming to us from Johannesburg, South Africa. He brings a professional record of 31 wins, 3 defeats, with 15 of his 31 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBO Cruiserweight World Champion and the current WBC Bridgerweight World Champion. Let's welcome Kevin Two Guns Lerena. And now let's welcome the defending champion from London, England. A 2016 Olympian, now with a professional record of 21 wins, just 1 defeat, 16 of his 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former 2-weight world champion and tomorrow the reigning and defending WBC silver heavyweight champion, Lawrence "The Sauce" Okolie. First to the scale, we welcome Kevin Lerena. £232, 5 ounces for Kevin Two Guns Lerena. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Lawrence Okolie. £262, 4 ounces for the defending champion, Lawrence "The Sauce" Okolie.
Lawrence Okolie, considerably bigger than Kevin Lerena. They were supposed to fight at cruiserweight. They were supposed to fight at bridgerweight. They now finally meet in a heavyweight division. And you heard Frank say it there when he was with us on stage. Lawrence is highly ranked in a couple of governing bodies. He wins this, he's on the cusp of a world title shot. But we've also seen Kevin Lerena cause problems to Daniel Dubois. Remember, he put him down 3 times. We saw him cause problems to Justice Hooney, who went life and death with Fabio Wardley. So Kevin Lerena is here, and he's a big problem in the heavyweight division. This is an intriguing co-main event. We are going to hear from both fighters as well. I think we are going to hear from Lawrence Okolie first. He is on stage with Darren Barker. Going to be interesting to see what he says about that weight. 260 pounds, Lawrence Okolie, which is the same weight last time when he made his heavyweight debut. Let's hear from the source now. He's on stage with Darren Barker.
Lawrence, you were supposed to fight Kevin Lerena at cruiserweight, then bridgerweight. What makes you believe you'll have the advantage now at heavy?
I think I would have had the advantage at any weight class that we boxed. It just happens to be now I'm fully fueled, fully ready for an explosive night.
2 back-to-back first-round stoppages. What are you expecting to happen Saturday night?
I'm prepared for 10 hard rounds, but I'm expecting to get a stoppage.
Very, very close now to realising the dream of fighting for the heavyweight world title. What would that opportunity mean to you?
Yes, everything. I'm trying to be a 3-weight world champion, and all roads lead to Saturday, so let's get it done.
Final prediction?
Lawrence Okolie stoppage.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Into tomorrow night, but you have said that you have come to the UK to disrupt the heavyweight division. What's going to go on in there tomorrow?
Disruption, chaos. I tell you what, Lawrence Okolie is a terrific opponent. He's a terrific fighter. I've got immense amount of respect for him. He's saying he's going to stop me. When my left hand lands on his temple or his chin, he's going to sit.
Listen, you've been to the UK before and you've been in with some great heavyweights, Daniel Dubois, Justice Hooney. You've shown you can hurt them. But can you finish Lawrence Okolie tomorrow night?
If I hurt him and I get the opportunity, it's my duty to finish him. Like I said, a mammoth task ahead of us. I'm no fool. The smaller man, we're going to see an explosive fight. Just want to give a massive thanks to Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren, George Warren, Spencer Brown, Goldstar, Peter Smith. Thank you for the opportunity. And shout out to London. You've been amazing. Thank you.
All right, best of luck. Let's hear it for Kevin Lerena.
I love that. Both men promising knockout. Someone's lying. Someone's going to get knocked out in that fight. But I have a feeling it doesn't go the distance. Hopefully they've reinforced this for, because we've added about 260 pounds with us as well. Joseph Parker is with us. Joseph, a lot of people saying, how are you not up there somehow in the mix? What's going on?
I would have loved the opportunity to be fighting on this card.
Yeah.
Fighting anyone and everyone. I think Lennox was saying to me, you gotta save more things.
You do. He says a lot.
I try and save things.
There's a lot. Yeah, but hopefully, I mean, the winner of this potentially.
Hopefully, the winner of this or anyone in the top 5. I just want to fight and keep busy.
Yeah.
If I could fight 3 or 4 times in a year, I'd love to. But it's like at the moment, it's only once a year.
I love it. There you go. Speak to the camera. Frustration from Joseph Parker. Hopefully, we do get to see you before the end of the year and in a very busy 2026. All right, let's focus on this one. Moments away from the weigh-in. Oleksandr Usyk always weighs 222 pounds. He almost treats the heavyweight division like a weight class. What do you make of that? Like that he makes weight to come in for the heavyweight class.
Yeah, but you have to remember what weight he's coming from. He's coming from a cruiserweight, so he had to really gain weight to be a heavyweight and box all these big guys. Now he feels comfortable at 220. He says that's his fighting weight. So if he's coming at 220, that's his fighting weight. If he comes over that, he's not in good shape. If he comes under that, he's in okay shape, but he's in perfect shape at 220.
Yeah. How do you, we spoke very briefly, Joseph, yesterday about how you see in this fight play out. I don't know if your mind's changed at all, but is Oleksandr Usyk a big favorite, or do you see Daniel Dubois, this version of Daniel, causing trouble to a 38-year-old Oleksandr Usyk?
I think Daniel can cause a lot of trouble, but I still feel Usyk is going to be heavy favorite. But with Dubois, recent victories and the way that he's been performing, and even he's a lot more vocal now. I think is that more confidence, is that good energy, and he's coming into this fight 100% backing himself that he can take care of business.
Yeah, it should be a good win. And remember, undisputed heavyweight title fight live on DAZN tomorrow. If you need help in terms of how to buy the fight, this may help you.
Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2 for the undisputed heavyweight championship and one of the biggest fights in boxing. And it's live only on DAZN, July 19th. Forget about them dodgy fire sticks. Because signing up to DAZN couldn't be easier. Download the DAZN app and you can watch on any device. You can watch on your smart TV or your Sky Q box. Just enter your email. I chose it when I was a teenager. And then get ready to watch Dynamite Dubois become the first British undisputed heavyweight since Lennox Lewis. Or watch Usyk iron out another Brit. Don't miss the heavyweight fight of the year, Usyk versus Dubois 2, only on DAZN, July 19th. Buy it now at DAZN.com/boxing.
There you go, couldn't have said it better myself. All right, as you can see, the legendary, the greatest MC of them always on stage, Michael Barfus. Let's throw it down to him. Let's get this main event started.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, 90,000 fans will be packed into what is considered by many to be the greatest venue for sports and entertainment in the world, Wembley Stadium, London, England. It's champion versus champion, ladies and gentlemen, as we turn the page to another chapter in heavyweight history. 12 rounds of boxing for the greatest title in sports, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And it's all brought to you by the International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, along with Ready to Fight. And sponsored by Riyadh Season, Ring Magazine, GG Bet, SNU, better pronounced as SNU, and Global Next Trade. And it's broadcast live worldwide on DAZN. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, champion versus champion, let's bring the two champions to the stage and to the scales for their official weigh-in for 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Coming to the stage first with an outstanding record, 22 victories in his career, 21 of those 22 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's fighting for and representing all of England. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And his opponent, champion versus champion. This gentleman is an Olympic gold medalist. He has a perfect professional record consisting of 23 fights, 23 victories, 14 wins by knockout, a 2-division world champion, former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, current Ring Magazine champion, the reigning, defending WBC, WBA, WBO, IBO heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine. He is Oleksandr Usyk. Stepping onto the scales first, Triple D. He is Daniel Dynamite Dubois, the IBF champion. 243.8 pounds for the reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion, Triple D. Next onto the scales, the reigning and defending WBC, WBA, WBO, IBO heavyweight world champion, fighting for and representing the sovereign nation of Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk. £227.3. Pardon me, that's 3 ounces. 227 and 3 ounces. Champion versus champion. 90,000 fans at Wembley Stadium tomorrow night here in London. Who will be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world?
Lennox, this is it, right? This is the face-off. Oleksandr Usyk slightly heavier. What's going on in these moments?
In these moments, you're just looking at your opponent, trying to look right through him, see if there's any hint of any kind of weakness. Daniel looks focused. He's ready for this fight. Obviously, Oleksandr Usyk is always ready because he's defending his title right now, but other than that, these guys are ready for tonight. There's going to be some explosions, some fireworks. I'm ready too.
Carl, it looks incredible, doesn't it? I mean, there's about 1,000 people in here, and the atmosphere is incredible. It's going to be 90 tomorrow. It's going to be some atmosphere. We can't wait for this one. Again, the rematch of nearly 2 years ago. That night, Oleksandr Usyk won by 9th round stoppage. A lot of people think it's going to be a repeat of that. What can Daniel Dubois do?
He has to be on the front foot. He has to impose his strength and size. But all these things are easier said than done when you're fighting someone like Oleksandr Usyk. The guy's a master, a genius of a boxer, I think.
All right, let's hear from both. We're going to hear from Daniel Dubois first. He's on stage with DAZN.
Okay, Daniel Dubois, 24 hours to go before the big one. What is going through your mind right now, Daniel?
I'm locked in, I'm focused, I can't wait.
You will have over 90,000 people there tomorrow. The nation is backing you. They want a new undisputed champion. One question. Are you going to knock him out?
I'm going to win by any means necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Daniel Dynamite Dubois!
Oleksandr, one more fight from becoming a three-time undisputed world champion. What does this opportunity mean to you?
For me, it's a great opportunity for my people and my country. Thank you for Jesus Christ and Virgin Maria. See you in tomorrow. Thank you so much. Slava Ukraini!
There you go. Man, a few words, Oleksandr Usyk, but we always know that it's action in the ring. Both of them look really fired up, Lennox. I think this is going to be explosive, especially early on Saturday.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait. These guys are ready. They've been in camp for so long. They just want to get out of camp and box. They want each other.
Carl?
Yeah, I mean, Usyk, you can see a change in Usyk as the fight week progresses, and we're getting closer, only 1 day away now, but there's a moment where he becomes a little bit more serious, and he looks serious now. Daniel, I think, has been kind of, seems like he's been pent up the whole weekend, and he's someone that's ready to be let off the leash. Well, that's a good thing so far out, or a bad thing, I'm not quite sure. Maybe using a little bit too much energy, but both these guys want to fight right now.
Daniel Dubois weighed 248 pounds against Anthony Joshua. He's coming at 243. Is that on purpose? Is that just a case of fight camp and you've lost weight, or have they tried to go for a bit of speedier and try and trim him down a little bit?
Maybe. I think you would have to ask them, but I think it's a good weight for Daniel. He looked good on the scales as well, but look, we all know what he has to do. He can't outbox Usyk. He has to be aggressive. He has to be on the front foot. And he needs to be, he was a little bit tentative, I thought, the last time with his jab. It needs to be a ramrod. Frank talked about it. He needs to double it and treble it to get close. He has to do it on the front foot, all of it.
Oleksandr Usyk always looks good on the scales, as cruiserweights, I think, should coming up, right? I mean, they're not naturally that big, but he's almost now fully fledged heavyweight. You look at him, and he just looks like a heavyweight. I mean, you mentioned to me your lightest weight when you were fighting. That was around the 220 mark. He's your weight now.
Right, right.
Your weight.
I mean, when Daniel looks at that, he's got to say, hey, this is a small heavyweight. I've got to impose myself on this guy and you know, not give him too much room to run around and throw my jab and throw my punches to hit him, because I'm a harder puncher than him, and you know, all I have to do is hit him. It doesn't make sense going into a fight where a guy's moving around and you're not hitting him. You got to plan to hit him. You got to set traps and force him against the ropes and do some damage.
We've got some interesting stats to show you, especially from the first fight. One of the key things that Daniel needs to improve, and Frank spoke about it as well, as his jab.
Yes.
In the first fight, it was non-existent. He couldn't land that jab against Oleksandr Usyk. I think we're going to show you now. He couldn't land that jab against Oleksandr Usyk. How does he land that jab? Because that could be key, because his jab is like a right hand.
Yeah, it's an important shot for him, but if you see here, it was a little bit tentative. He was worried about what was coming back from Usyk, but I think he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to double it. If he doubles it, he gets closer, rather than just a single jab. A single jab won't work. Usyk just steps outside it and then counters, so he needs to double it, he needs to treble it, and when he gets close, he needs to try and impose his size and strength.
Yeah, you're right. He's so afraid of what's coming back then.
I actually agree with that. You need to double it and triple it. Force Alexander's against the ropes so he can take advantage of him.
Look at this. This is an incredible stat. Against Oleksandr Usyk, he only landed 10 jabs. Against these three opponents after Usyk, Miller, Hrgovic, and Joshua, he landed an average of 58 jabs. That's insane, isn't it? Yeah. The stats difference. So that's clearly something they're going to have to look at and think, okay, what's one thing we can improve? The jab.
Yeah, absolutely. The jab, the movement, the defense, and the focus.
Yeah. Why is Oleksandr Usyk so hard to land clean on? We've not really seen anyone really land a flushed right hand on him. What is it? Is his movement? What is it?
Everything. I mean, his ability to read when a shot's coming, his ability to slip and roll, his distance control is incredible as well. He controls things. People have Usyk as a mover, but he moves from the centre of the ring. He always tries to claim the centre. Great mover and great on his feet, but he does it as the boss and from the centre of the ring. So I think there's going to be a real battle for the centre of the ring. Who's going to try and control the fight and dictate? I mean, look at that jab at the end. And Daniel obviously stayed on his knee, and there was a little bit of criticism through him, but that was a hard jab. Yeah. That was a great shot, you know.
That wasn't a jab, was it? That was a right hand, basically.
And you know what? That was a mental period going with Daniel. He went through a mental period, you know. Now, I think he's grown from that. We're going to see a different fighter than from that time.
Again, incredible stats here provided by RTFight.com. Look at this. In terms of punches landed against Usyk, Daniel Dubois landed 16% of his punches. But what's intriguing is the stat next to it. From fight 2 to fight 1, the fighters land less, which tells me that Oleksandr Usyk starts to work them out.
He works them out. Yeah. And a lot of that's down to the great amateur experience he has and being in with different styles. But he figures these guys out. And you can see in that stat there, it's evident that happens. And I think that these guys have fought, obviously, before. Usyk will take more from that first fight than Daniel. Daniel knows he can hurt him because whether you call it a low blow or not, he knows if he gets close he can do a little bit of damage. But Usyk's the boy, isn't he? He's unbelievable.
He really is. Clearly, Tyson Fury's team, Anthony Joshua's team, and Daniel Dubois feel like there's a weakness in and around sort of the belly area with him. They've all tried to go to the body, and some have made it successful. I think Tyson Fury hurt Oleksandr Usyk to the body. That's where Daniel's got to go, isn't he? He's got to try and attack this body to slow the legs down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Oleksandr Usyk showed that he's got that weakness to the body. He went down to the body, and then
was that a low blow for you, by the way?
To me, it was partly low but partly high as well. Yeah. You know, it's really up to the referee. But I thought Oleksandr Usyk ate up that situation, and you know he acted and wasted time, so he got that 5 minutes, got 5 minutes rest. You know,
used his experience, didn't he, Lennox?
Good boxers have that experience to do that. I would do that.
Yeah, you're right. He used that experience. He's got to get to the body, though, Daniel. But I guess the scary thing is, if you get to the body, you've got to get close to Usyk.
Get close to
Usyk, you might have a problem.
Yeah, and people keep talking about Usyk. He's maybe vulnerable to the body, but I mean, I think anybody's vulnerable to the body when you get hit by someone the size of Daniel Dubois in the belly. It's going to hurt. So Usyk, Daniel will know that. Daniel will want to get close and try and land that jab, but it's going to be difficult. All these things we know what Daniel has to do to try and win the fight. But like I've said before, it's easier said than done when you're fighting someone like Oleksandr Usyk.
Do you think Oleksandr Usyk is going to be concerned about his body?
Possibly. I think he felt that low blow, not low blow, and he's thinking, I don't want to feel that again.
Of course.
Daniel, we know how hard Daniel hits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for asking me a question then. That was nice of you. These guys, him and Darren, never ask me questions. It was nice to get involved.
I just wanted to hear your opinion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, look, loads more coming on DAZN. Make sure you stay locked in for this one. Look at this. Look what we've got coming up. Obviously, the big one. Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2. You can buy that now at DAZN.com, and then you can stay up and watch one of the pound-for-pounders, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, take some Fumilele Calf. Remember, that's the unification fight in the super flyweight division. A lot of people think this man that you can see fighting August 16th, Moses Italma, is the future of the heavyweight division. He has his toughest task when he fights former world title challenger Dillian White. And this card, the Ring 4 card, Night of Champions, one of the best cards of the year, if not the best, headlined by David Benavidez versus Anthony, our co-main event. Really two main events, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Jesse Rodriguez on that card as well, by the way, which I never like when the fighters on the card when they've got a fight coming up. But it is what it is. All that coming your way on DAZN in the next few months. It's been fun. It's been fun. The week is over. I can't believe how quick we get here. But we've got here, right? We did the press conference, we did the media public workout, we did the weigh-ins. All the fans are still mingling around. I think they want your autograph, Lennox, but it's been a good one. Yeah. Final thoughts and predictions. Carl, go on. I know you don't fence it. Who wins and how?
Hard to back against Usyk. I've given up doing it. I picked Fury to beat him twice, and the guy just figures people out. I think Usyk points or a late stoppage possibly.
Lennox?
You know, everybody wants Daniel Dubois to win. You know, I would love if he wins. He's got the power to do it. He's got the strength to do it. He's got the IQ to do it. All he has to do is land the punches. So I'm feeling good about Daniel right now. But I understand he's up against a great fighter in Oleksandr Usyk. And, you know, if the fight goes the distance, I would say Oleksandr Usyk. If it goes the short distance, it's Daniel Dubois on knockout.
Oh, I like it. There you go. Daniel Dubois knockout potentially. All right, this is it, right? Number 1 versus number 2 to decide who really is number 1. Who's going to wear that throne as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? It all goes down at Wembley Stadium tomorrow, and it will be packed as well. 90,000 we're hearing are going to be in Wembley Stadium. So if you don't have a ticket, the only place to watch it is on DAZN. You can buy it right now at DAZN.com, and then you can stay up and watch a bit of Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Milele Cafu. So it's a whole night of boxing, and it should be a cracking fight as well. Will Oleksandr Usyk prove to be one of the greatest heavyweights we've ever seen, or will there be a new sheriff in town? We'll find out tomorrow. See you then.
Two champions collide in a battle ignited by undisputed ambition.
This is history. On the 19th of July, we're going to see history.
Oleksandr Usyk, still unbeaten. He wears the crown after the Gypsy King was dethroned in the Ring of Fire.
The undisputed heavyweight champion.
Now, a new threat to Usyk's reign. Dynamite Daniel Dubois, with a burning desire to follow in the footsteps of greatness. Back on home soil, Wembley Stadium, where he claimed his finest victory. The new champion now seeks revenge. There's history, controversy, and unfinished business.
Oh, he's not low. I've been cheated out of the shot.
The stage is set. Who will prevail and emerge king of the heavyweight division?
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go.
How do you like it? Off the show. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
I see you, okay, do your dance, do your thing. I see you, okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill, yeah, now take it back, let me see you rock off, shake off, let me see you rock off, yeah.
Cherry Hill, sidekick, SpongeBob, sexy walk, heel toe, footwork, crazy leg, rock.
Let me see you kick right, now kick left, now step forward, now step back. Lucozade, bring the energy.
You don't yet know what your next core memory will be, or who your next lifelong friend will be. The next first time, the next last time, the next moment that stays with you forever. A lifetime of great stories await. You just need to know where to find them.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.